All right. Well, hello to our book community and our favorite readers. Thanks so much for spending some time with us as part of the sales and marketing team here today, and specifically me, Meg Quinn, and my colleague Lindsay Atkins. Say hi, Lindsay.
Hello.
Donna Spurlock and Rachel Duty will also be manning the chat and the behind the scenes magic. So keep the questions and the comments coming, please, in the comments section. All right, we're going to do a few housekeeping details and get all of those pesky things out of the way first. So, a recording of today's program will indeed be made available in short order in case you'd like to revisit our conversation. And don't forget about that digital tote bag that's available to anyone joining us today, which comes complete with activity guides, digital galleys, and a lot more. I'm also excited to share that for those of you that are joining us live, a random winner will be selected at the end of each section. So please, please, please take a moment and to enter the conversation. All you have to do is to answer that section question for a chance to win. Now, we ask that you please edit your display name to match the name with which you registered in case you're a winner and we know where to find you. All right. Did I miss anything, Lindsay?
No, that sounds good to me.
All right. Well, with that, let's get started. Lindsay, I'm going to let you kick it off.
I'll take it from here. So, beginning today, hello everyone. Beginning today, we're going to be talking about cozy classics. So, my first question for you all is what is your favorite cozy reading spot? I feel like everybody's got a place that they just love to kick up their feet and read a good book, and I want to know what yours is. So, starting off with our books. One of my favorite things about the upcoming season is that I get to use the word cozy a whole lot more. Nothing feels better than kicking your feet up with a book that sucks you in, add a warm drink to the picture, and that's pure perfection in my book. These upcoming titles are guaranteed to leave you with a warm, fuzzy feeling and a smile on your face. So, starting off with The Letter. Looking for a heartwarming story that teaches the power of kindness? Meet The Letter, a charming picture book that is sure to capture young hearts and minds and teach them the value of kindness. In this delightful tale, we follow curmudgeonly Mr. Cat, a withdrawn sourpuss of a feline, who gets a surprise letter proclaiming, I love you. Though he's skeptical, curiosity sparks an adventure through his community where he discovers that kindness can come from the most unexpected places. As Mr. Cat meets new friends like Ms. Goose, Miss Hen, and Shepherd Dog, he learns that love and warmth can ripple out from a simple acts of kindness. With each new connection, Mr. Cat realizes he isn't alone as he once thought. This book is perfect for elementary schoolers, offering a beautiful social emotional lesson on the impact of kindness and community. It's also a fantastic resource for parents and teachers who want to instill values of compassion and connection in their children. With its bright, fun illustrations and an award winning pedigree, this book won the Algar Award for Children's Stories in Spain. The letter promises not only to engage kids, but also to inspire them to spread kindness in their own lives. And continuing on the cozy train, we visit a forest filled with animals prepping for the upcoming winter In the Winter Woods by Daniela Culat, a delightful picture book that's perfect for the upcoming cool season. In this charming story, the winter cold has left fox, mouse, and raven hungry and searching for a meal. When they overhear Squirrel bragging about his hidden stash of food, they hope he'll share. But Squirrel is too stubborn to help. And then he forgets where he hid his stash. It's only through teamwork and cooperation that the forest friends can find the food and fill their growing bellies. This engaging story beautifully illustrates the importance of sharing compassion, making it an ideal read for young children and teachers looking for read alouds about making new friends. It's also perfect for parents looking for stories about friendship and seasonal themes. In the Winter Wood aligns with popular titles like Kindness Makes Us Strong and The Big Umbrella. It's also a fantastic choice for teachers and caregivers seeking social emotional learning books that teach the value of community and generosity. With its charming cast of characters, fox, mouse, raven, and squirrel, this book book will captivate children who love animals and seasonal stories. The winter setting adds an extra layer of warmth and educational appeal. Now, one of my favorite memories as a kid was cozying up with my dad and popping open a good book. So, in Giddy Up Unicorn, we meet another dad and daughter who have their own special tradition. Emma's world is filled with unicorns, unicorn stories, slippers, dolls, and drawings. Her dad is right there with her, embracing every sparkly moment and sharing in her endless enthusiasm. As Emma grows up and her interests evolve, her dad cherishes those precious moments, holding them close as a testament to their special bond. But the magic doesn't end there. As time passes, this loving dad dusts off his own favorite unicorns and creates cherished moments with his little girl. It's a beautiful full story circle that shows how love and connection can endure and evolve throughout the years. Perfect for fans of Uni the Unicorn, Why a Daughter Needs a Dad, and Dad by My Side, this book is a celebration of the special father daughter relationship. It's also a standout choice for any teacher who values non traditional family representations, as it features a big hearted dad with tattoos, a refreshing depiction in children's literature. Now we move on to a title that has a name that a lot of you might recognize. Meet Ezra, a young boy whose love for picture books takes him on an incredible reading adventures alongside his friend LeVar Burton. Yes, that LeVar Burton, the beloved host of Reading Rainbow. In My Friend LeVar, we join Ezra as he dives into the world of from frolicking in the snow to decorating eggs and even sharing pancakes with Paul Bunyan. That would be my dream pancake sharing moment. Each page reveals how reading opens doors to new worlds, igniting curiosity and creativity, and he gets to do it all with his LeVar. One day, Ezra meets LeVar in real life, and he soon discovers that his friends recognize LeVar from TV too. This delightful tale is not just a nod to LeVar's incredible legacy, it's a heartfelt celebration for the impact he's had on generations of readers, including the author himself. This book is particularly special because it comes from a debut Black author who's shared his lived experience and admiration for LeVar Burton. As we celebrate Black joy and the importance of representation in literature, the story shines a light on friendship, imagination, and the enduring power of books. With LeVar Burton himself approving the manuscript and engaging with this new generation of readers, the excitement is palpable. Educators and parents alike will appreciate how this story promotes literacy and the joy of reading, both independently and as a family. So gather your little ones and spark their imaginations and dive into the world of My Friend LeVar, because every great adventure begins with a story. So rounding out our cozy classics, we have a new chapter in our beloved Jitters series. In Author Visit Jitters, Mrs. Hartwell's class is buzzing with anticipation as they prepare for a very special guest, famous author S.J. Brown. As the day approaches, the students dive into their favorite books, crafting questions and painting a vibrant welcome poster. But when the moment finally arrives, they are in for a surprise that turns their jitters into a whirlwind of fun. This 10th installment into the best-selling Jitters series captures the essence of what it makes these stories so relatable and engaging. With over 1.5 million copies sold, it's no wonder that teachers and students alike adore the humorous antics of Mrs. Hartwell and her class. Perfect for fans of Our Class is a Family, this book is a must-have for any teacher or parent looking for entertaining school-based read-alouds. It explores the common experience of meeting someone you admire and transforming those jitters into a delightful classroom adventure. And let's not forget the SEL embedded in the story. Readers will witness adult characters making mistakes, opening the door for meaningful discussions about growth and understanding. written by veteran author Julie Dannenberg, a former elementary teacher herself. This story brings a wealth of classroom experience and warmth to every page. With simultaneous editions available in both paperback and hardcover, this title is ready to join the ranks of its beloved predecessors. Now, don't forget, if you're just finishing up, don't forget to answer our cozy question in the chat to win these fabulous titles, for a chance to win these fabulous titles. Now, I think I'm going to hand it over to Meg.
I know we're already seeing some pretty great spots too come into the chat, so thank you all and keep them coming. All right. So, shall we move along one more here? It's now time to engage the curious little minds with our STEAM picture books that are sure to create lifelong learners. Our STEAM books cover an array of topics, giving readers all kinds of fun facts they're sure to enjoy, like how small and cute dinosaurs can be, to how vast and beautiful space truly is. So that giveaway question that we're going to ask you to answer in the chat. What is your favorite interactive STEAM picture book? One more time. What is your favorite interactive STEAM picture book? All right. What better way to introduce random fun facts than with a history of rubber? Bounce, A Scientific History of Rubber, is Sarah Alby's nonfiction picture book, introducing readers to not just the science of rubber, but also the history. Paired with Ryan Ewan's fun illustrations, Bounce grabs readers' attention with its fun text and action-packed illustrations that will be sure to grab the attention of curious minds. Now, rubber can bounce, bounce, bounce. It can stretch. It can be molded and shaped, and it can roll. It's rubber, after all. This little-known history brings readers on a journey through the past where indigenous people in Mexico and Central America had bouncy balls, and the Europeans did not. The Europeans were amazed by this discovery, and the use of rubber began to spread, creating raincoats, shoes, tires, and of course, bouncy balls and rubber duckies like we know today. Lifelong children's questions like, what make rubbers bounce? And why is rubber stretchy? Are finally answered in concise and concrete science asides. Full of staggering truths and playful details, clever questions, and eye-opening graphics, Sarah Alby's story of rubber is an unparalleled ball of fun and facts. All right, next up, Wild Brunch. Science expert and Missouri Poet Laureate David Harrison is back again with Wild Brunch, poems about how creatures eat. Now, you may know him from his companion titles, Now You See Them, Now You Don't, poems about creatures that hide, and A Place to Start a Family, poems about creatures that build. This time, David's poetry introduces readers to how animals eat. Through Giles LaRoche's three-dimensional cut paper art, Harrison introduces 12 animals, including narwhals, koalas, hippos, and even a housefly, and introduces us to how these creatures feed their tummies. So one of my favorite poems is actually about the koala. Eucalyptus leaves are yummy, but they need time inside my tummy. So mostly what I do is chew, and chew, and chew, and sleep. Harrison himself holds degrees in biology and parasitology, and he uses that knowledge as he introduces readers to swimming eaters like the jellyfish, land-based eaters like an elephant, and flying eaters like a turkey vulture. The poems are age-appropriate for 5 to 9-year-olds, and back matter includes more information about each creature that's introduced, and there's even a little bonus poem at the end about not an eater at all, the mayfly. And now I'm excited to introduce you to historical creatures. But instead of what they eat, we get to talk about how small they are. Being big isn't everything after all. It's sometimes very good to be small, even for dinosaurs. World-class zoologist and a returning author of ours, Darren Lundy, celebrates the power of the small, something our little readers can definitely relate to. Do you know who is the smallest horned dino? Or how about the smallest meat eater who ate insects? This one's paired with Ariel Landy's acutely scaled, adorable artwork, and Darren introduces a large dinosaur and matches it with a small one of the same type and how being small benefits them. There's even a size comparison illustration, so readers can compare the big dinosaur with the small one. We seeing cross-curricular potential here, folks? For example, while a Brontosaurus was a long-necked dinosaur who could reach the top of a ginkgo tree to eat, a Meiosaurus was the smallest longneck who lived on an island without much food. Because of its small stature, it didn't need much food to survive. Any fans of dinosaurs are sure to go crazy over the cuteness of the small ones in this nonfiction picture book, perfect for ages 3 to 7. Next up, I'm excited to share our storytelling math release. If you aren't familiar with storytelling math, this series brings together math, diversity, and the power of storytelling, sharing how math exists in children's everyday lives. If you're already familiar with Jenny Lasica from her mathematical award-winning storytelling math picture book, again, Essie, then I'm excited to announce that she's returning to the series once again with Beto's Berry Treasure, which is also illustrated by Addie Rivera Sanda, who identifies as Mexican and truly believes that stories and art have the power to build empathy and a more inclusive world. I just love that. Now, Beto himself wants to play Tea Party with Cora, but arg, his big sister just wants to be a pirate. So Beto gets creative and makes a map of a delicious hidden treasure. But Cora ends up with the wrong place. Beto's Berry Treasure is a playful exploration of mapping, featuring Chicanx characters and a glossary of Spanish words. This age-appropriate math has been expertly developed. Making and using maps involves translating between the 3D world around us into a 2D representation of distance, direction, and location. It also involves the consideration of perspective of the person who will be using this map. And in this case, Beto develops both these skills as he creates and refines his map for Cora to help her find that yummy treasure. Anyone guess? Yep, all those berries. Back matter includes some fun activities for readers to explore math right in their homes without special materials. And pirates and tea partiers both will love this fun exploration of math as both Beta and Cora learn how to play together. All right, do you all want to know a secret? Grown-ups do not know everything. Sometimes they need kids to explain things to them. Ruth Spiro, the best-selling author of Baby Loves Science, has leveled up with this playful STEM picture book, introducing readers and their grown-ups to the robotics of the world. How to Explain Robotics to a Grown-Up is the second book in our How to Explain Science series, illustrated by award-winning BIPOC illustrator Teresa Martinez. If you've enjoyed the tongue-in-cheek guide of how to explain coding to a grown-up, this is a great follow-up book, diving into that ever-changing world of robotics. Questions like, what makes a robot? And who designs and builds robots? Or how robots work on their own to get a job done, are all answered in this fun and fact-filled book. Pro tips, speech bubbles, diagrams, and a glossary give curious kids more knowledge. And the book speaks directly to the young readers, empowering them to master the complex information while giving them tips on how to explain these concepts to adults. Series isn't done yet, folks, with plans to release more in the future, like how to explain climate science to a grown-up and aerospace engineering. Ruth always makes sure her books are properly vetted by experts, and in this case, 2 roboticists reviewed for accuracy. So, the final book in our STEAM adventures is one to make readers stare in awe. Anyone, children and adults alike, will appreciate the vast beauty of space in Unlocking the Universe, the Cosmic Discoveries of the Webb Space Telescope, written by Suzanne Slade, who's an expert herself with tons of experience with NASA. She's written over 150 children's books, many about space, and this is another great addition to her portfolio. This one-of-a-kind STEM story is what science, technology, and ingenuity can accomplish while creating the world's most powerful telescope, the Webb telescope to be exact. Thousands of engineers and scientists across the country and around the world came together to create a telescope capable of taking images of the universe, never seen before, in fact, and making sure we found all kinds of discoveries. This nonfiction picture book shares that journey. The challenges, suspense, and success as they built prototypes, ran test after test, and faced design issues, all to discover this new modern marvel. They were able to successfully launch the telescope into space, and in July of 2022, the first Webb images were released, grabbing the attention of the world. Today, the Webb team continues to make discoveries through the images that are able to receive from the telescope, and they release images each week for the world to enjoy. Those images can indeed be followed on their Instagram and Twitter accounts. This book itself includes dual-layered text, informative captions, diagrams, and a gallery of eye-captivating web images. It has also been expertly vetted by 2 key members of the web team. Unlocking the Universe is definitely a nonfiction title to be added to anyone's collection. All right, and one more time before we move on to our next section. Remember, that giveaway question is, what is your favorite interactive STEAM picture book? Get your answer in now for a chance to win these amazing titles.
I think I have so many answers to that question that I don't know if I could choose.
It's hard to pick just one.
Oh, absolutely. So next up, we have our, Littlest Readers, actually, it looks like.
I can take that one too if you want, Lindsay.
Sounds good. We can do that.
All right. So I love this first book and its seemingly innocent question. And I'm hoping, let's see, before we ask that question, what's your favorite book for fall? Let's go ahead and answer that one more time. The question for this section is, what's your favorite book for fall? And board book in particular, if you'd be so kind. All right, Rachel, I'm going to let you preview this next book. Go ahead and move it one more forward. I'm going to go one more if that's okay. All right. And here's my question for you on this first one. Is that The Bus? Which I think I just saw, Rachel. Yeah, there we go. We'll talk about Leo in just a second, too. So join a curious vehicle-loving toddler who is waiting for one mode of transportation in particular, the school bus that will drop off his big sister after her day in class. This one's the perfect read for toddlers who love all things that go and are excited to welcome their older siblings home after school. This is a great fit for fans of Hello World, Cars and Trucks, or the classic world of Richard Scarry. It's also going to prove a fun read aloud as it comes packed with various sounds that vehicles make. A bit like Toot Toot Beep Beep, if I'm honest, which is absolutely on repeat in my toddler-friendly house these days. Now, there are a lot of vehicle books out there for toddlers, rightfully so, as it's such a perennial favorite. But what makes this one special is it goes beyond naming the modes of transportation and provides an unexpected and age-appropriate story arc that also underscores how difficult the transition to school can be for all family members, not just the new students. I have to admit, this mom also loves the fact that the illustrations offer us up several teachable moments, including depicting safe practices for kids waiting and exiting the school bus. All right, and then our friend Leo, let's talk about him next. So adding to our board book fun this fall is the latest adventure in our Leo Can series, Leo at Lunch, tackling the often daunting milestone of bringing a toddler into a restaurant. And an Italian one at that, complete with tons of messy options. Now, in his lunch date with Dad and Nana G, and of course, Mr. Seahorse, Leo learns table manners. He gets to sit in a fancy chair and even gets to try out the hand dryer in the restroom after washing his hands. In an especially sweet and appreciated touch, Daddy also makes sure that Leo thanks the server when all is said and done. Series itself highlights the importance of developing healthy, regular routines and exploring new concepts and experiences with guidance from family and friends. And I appreciate that any adventure that includes Dad also features a healthy and loving relationship between father and son. Now, both Leo's Leo Can series and his big sister Lola's Lola Reads series model great parenting, offer developmentally and age-appropriate content, and feature a family of color. These are also perfect reads for both parents and grandparents, honoring special moments like spending time with family and learning new things. Okay, friends, things that make me happy. Cute box sets and Tracy Sorrell on our list. We are grateful Oshali Haliga Seasons is a new kind of set for us, comprised of 4 mini board books, each with a seasonal theme. And oh my gosh, are they so cute and little and chunky. The set itself is based on our best-selling, critically acclaimed picture book release, which, for curious fans, was also Tracy's debut picture book. The picture book version, which was released way back in 2018, won enough awards that we ran out of room on the cover for seals. This one is sure to be a contemporary classic and is perfect for patrons in search of titles promoting gratitude and generosity, readers looking for Indigenous titles or works by BIPOC creators, or really anyone looking for a chunky lap read for babies by a star author. This one will also prove a great addition to seasonal roundups and displays. And we're not quite done yet with Miss Tracy and all of her fun, as our fall 2024 list also offers a board book adaptation of her wildly popular and decorated Powwow Day picture book. Now, this sweet story has been reworked for a much younger audience and now offers up a baby and toddler-friendly introduction to powwows with colors, sound words, and a narrative that counts from 1 to 10. 2 drumsticks beat on a family drum. Bam, bam. Which part is bright orange? 3 family members sit together. Ooh, ooh. Who wears a green dress? It's worth noting that there are still not enough Indigenous board books on the market, especially those that are contemporary and not holiday focused. Tracy herself is an enrolled citizen of the Cherokee Nation and an active member of her community in her home state of Oklahoma. This is a sophisticated board book that doesn't just introduce one concept, but it introduces 3 seamlessly. It's also a solid bet for seekers of fun read-alouds, colorful kid-friendly art, and contemporary Native stories. And next up in our board book selection is our newest Chicken Soup for the Soul Baby's Adventure, exploring the value of paying attention to others and listening to directions. Goat and Grizz are off on a hike, but Goat doesn't listen to Grizz's directions. Let's see if I can get my motion sensor lights to turn back on. There we go. Just making sure everybody's paying attention. So I'm going to say that one more time. Goat and Grizz, our new characters here, are off on a hike, and Goat doesn't listen to Grizz's directions. We all have that friend, right? Each time, Goat ends up in the wrong place, and Grizz has to rescue Goat. Time ticks away as they try to make it to the top of the mountain by sunset. When Grizz gives up in frustration, Goat realizes it's pretty important to listen. Now, as a reminder, each board book in the series contains a note to readers with further tips about the lesson at hand. These are indeed ideal for any household that grew up reading Chicken Soup and now wants to share them with children or grandchildren, especially as they promote a timeless lesson of how to be your best self. They're great for seekers of SEL texts for the littlest listeners, gift givers in search of trusted names and perennial themes, or grown-ups looking for books that teach manners and confidence. All right. Moving right along here, I think we're going to share that question one more time. Yep. What's your favorite board book for fall, friends? Go ahead and put that in the chat. Lindsay, same problem here. I have so many to choose from.
I mean, you mentioned Tracy Sorrell, and I'm just like, that one. Like,
yep, done. Done,
so
right? Yep. I love it.
Can't get enough of her. So next up, last but not least, we have our Brave and the Bold, or Bold and the Brave. And our giveaway question for this section is, what literary character comes to mind when you hear the word brave? Now there's a lot of characters to choose from, so I expect to see a lot in the comments. So first up, heroes in books play a vital role in shaping our understanding of courage, resilience, and morality. They serve as beacons of hope, guiding readers through challenges, inspiring them to confront their own obstacles. They remind us that even in the face of adversity, one can rise to the occasion and make a difference, making them essential to the fabric of storytelling and our own personal growth. So when considering our full list, these titles and their characters come to mind as perfect examples of bravery and heroism. So first up, nothing says brave more than someone breaking the mold and expressing their true selves. And yes, that includes robots. Get ready to dive into the delightful journey with Artificial Intelligence, a funny and heartfelt picture book that explores the colorful intersection of AI, art, and creativity. Meet Robot, who's always known he's a little different from the other bots in the warehouse. Try as he might, he just can't keep up with their mechanical routine. But when a misstep sends him off for reprogramming, he stumbles upon a world filled with music, dancing, and, surprise, art. Now, Robot wants to share this thrilling discovery, but there's just one problem. Art is tricky to explain and even harder to create. Will he find a way to express himself and transform his robotic world? or will he face the dreaded recycling bin? This charming story is perfect for readers who enjoyed The Most Magnificent Thing. It highlights the importance of self-expression in a world that often demands conformity, making it a timely read in today's AI-driven landscape. With David Brodricki's vibrant and energetic illustrations, readers will be captivated by goofy robots, slapstick humor, and little surprises on every page. This book is not only visually engaging, but it's also deeply inspiring, reminding us of the irreplaceable value of creativity and staying true to ourselves. Whether you're a teacher, a parent, or just a fan of good stories, you'll find yourself being sucked into this one. This book is perfect for reluctant readers. Its fast-paced action and cheeky humor will draw in even the most hesitant of audiences. So moving on to a story that showcases the embodiment of strength. I'm excited to share a powerful new middle grade novel, Saving Kenny, by debut author Corinne Gale. In this emotional story navigates complex issues with sensitivity and care, making it an important read for ages 10 and up. Meet 12-year-old Kenny, a scholarship student at a private school in Roxbury, Boston. While he shares an apartment with his older siblings and their abusive mother, Kenny has always felt overshadowed by their achievements. But everything changes when he attends a performance of Aida and discovers a passion for costume design that ignites his dreams. Set against a backdrop of family turmoil and domestic violence, Kenny and his siblings strive to break free from their painful reality and pursue their aspirations. This heartfelt coming of age novel is not just about escaping, it's about resilience and transformation. Saving Kenny is perfect for fans of free lunch and anyone looking to facilitate conversations about domestic abuse. It's age appropriate and presented in a way that helps middle graders recognize and articulate their complex feelings, empowering them to know that they are never alone. With the rise of domestic abuse since COVID, librarians are seeking stories like this to engage young readers, especially in underserved communities. Corinne Gale treats this heavy subject with alluring prose that captivates readers, making tough emotions accessible without losing the story's heart. As a part of the Charlesbridge Moves imprint, this book is designed for reluctant readers, particularly boys, and encourages open discussions about tough topics in a safe and approachable way. Plus, with an author's note addressing the fragility of the subject matter, readers are reminded that seeking help is always a valid option. So if you're looking for a transformative read that inspires hope and understanding, you're going to want to pick up Saving Kenny. It's a story that resonates and uplifts, reminding us all of the power of dreams amidst adversity. Now, I don't know about you, but nothing terrifies me more. Still, at almost 30, nothing terrifies me more than the open ocean. Add being stranded in it, and you've hit the fear jackpot. Expert researcher and educator Jeff Lantos is about to take us on a thrilling journey that combines both science and history with Radar and the Raft. In this exciting middle grade nonfiction book, Lantos takes you on a whirlwind adventure that connects the dots between scientific discoveries in the 1700s and a dramatic rescue during World War II. Who knew that the development of batteries and radar could play such a crucial role in saving lives at sea? We follow two intertwining storylines. First, the fascinating evolution of radar technology, born from centuries of scientific innovation. Then, we dive into the harrowing tale of the Bell family, Ethel, Robert, and young Mary, who find themselves adrift in the ocean after their ship is sunk by a German U-boat. With 14 other survivors, they cling to hope on a fragile raft, waiting for rescue. Radar and the Raft isn't just a history lesson. It's an exhilarating adventure filled with suspense, bravery, and the power of science. As the two narratives intertwine, you'll see how radar technology becomes a beacon of hope for the Bell family. Kirkus Reviewed called it a rare, exhilarating mix of hard science and seagoing terror. It's perfect for fans of Bomb by Steve Sheinkin, combining action and adventure with little-known historical facts. Plus, Lantos's impeccable research is backed by stunning archival photographs and captivating illustrations from the veteran illustrator Alan Marks, making this book not just informative, but visually engaging too. With its curriculum connections, Radar on the Raft is a must-have for classrooms, library, and any young reader eager to dive into the depths of World War II history and science. And last, but certainly never least, get ready to gallop into the world of medieval fun with the latest addition to the beloved Circumference series, Circumference Speaks Volumes. Join our favorite math heroes, Circumference and Lady Di, as they tackle a thrilling new challenge just in time for winter. When Circumference receives urgent news from a young countryman named, and you're going to have to bear with me, this is a long name and I might mess it up, Volomo Longitudo Latitudo Altitudo, from about an impending snow siege, the stakes are raised. Volomo shares his clever method for storing grains, making it easy to count and stack the harvest. But when a blizzard strikes and folks flock to the castle for shelter, Circumference and Lady Di find themselves in a bit of a bind. With food running low, they must use Volomo's ingenious technique to measure how much grain they need to feed their hungry guests. Will they rise to the challenge? This 13th, yes, you heard me, 13th installment in the Circumference series teaches essential math skills in a fun, engaging way, perfect for kids aged 7 to 10. With over 1.4 million copies sold, this best-selling series is a trusted resource for educators, making math concepts approachable and enjoyable. The series has been given a fresh redesign with new covers and interior art that breathe life into these classic tales. Plus, both hardcover and paperback editions are available simultaneously, ensuring every young reader can join the adventure. Now I'm going to come back to that question from earlier, give you one last chance to put in your answer. What literary character comes to mind when you hear the word brave? I immediately go to like Percy Jackson because favorite book still at 30. So it's my go-to.
I love that. There's been some great answers in the chat here too, which is amazing.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, everybody. I can't begin to tell you how much these books. We were so thrilled you were able to join us for the preview of the fall 2024 Charlesbridge list. Thank you so much for participating in the chat and the giveaways. We will be providing a recording of this. We will be providing a recording after this event. If you are a giveaway winner and haven't heard from us in 24 hours, please email us at trademarketing@charlesbridge.com. Thank you all again. Our team here is always excited to bring new, fun, and informative books to your shelves. And as always, we'd welcome your thoughts and would love to hear from you. Feel free to find us on TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook, or drop us a line at charlesbridge.com. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks so much.